Hi guys, and welcome back to Killer Shrew Fans Killer Toy Reviews. Now that we took a look at a new model to reign in the new for 2018 year, we're going to start looking at some requested videos that came to us during our 12 days of reviews last month. And to kick that off, I'm going to bring in a personal favorite that was requested. It's this guy, the Carnegie Brachiosaurus figure. This video was requested by Jorand Playz, although what Jorand Playz, I haven't the foggiest idea. But that is irrelevant. We're going to give you guys a closer look at this awesome Brachiosaurus toy right here and right now on Killer Shrew Fans Killer Toy Reviews. Let's do this. So here is Carnegie's rendition of the famous Brachiosaurus, the so-called arm lizard, named so because of its long, impressive, sweeping, graceful-looking tail. Just kidding. It's named after its arms, which were in fact longer than their legs. So, you know, fitting, arm lizard because of the long arms. But I think we're kind of getting ahead of ourselves and a little off topic, so we're going to go ahead and backtrack up to that head and give you a closer look at this model. So the head is sort of what you would expect from a Brachiosaurus. It's got that forehead ridge, but the nostrils have been placed down at the end of the snout as they should be. The eye is a golden color with a black pupil, and the teeth, though not individually sculpted, have been at least broken up somewhat, so you get an idea of their shape. As you can see, the mouth is open, you do see the tongue in there, and as such, the skin at the base of the jaw has been sculpted in a way that bunches up and folds very naturally. Unfortunately, mine has got a paint blemish on the neck, but I forgive that since it's a small area. Going down the neck, you can see lovely folds and striations that would have occurred over time with the creature moving its neck back and forth, and the skin bunches up very, very naturally at the base of the neck, just above the shoulders. I mean, just look at that. That is a beautiful sculptural detail, that chest and pectoral region where gravity is working on the folds of skin, bunching them up and sagging just above the shoulder region. I mean, that is a gorgeous sculptural detail. Going down the arms, as you can see, the biceps have been sculpted there, and the feet do have the appropriate number of toe claws. The 2 thumb claws on the front, the 3 claws on the back feet, with the rest of the fingers being fused into hoof-like shapes. The arms do feature a bunch of wrinklage and textures and look incredibly elephant-like, and we go back up to that lovely pectoral region where all the skin is bunching up and folding, which is just gorgeous stuff. The gut of this creature is quite swelled, leading me to believe he is quite well fed, and the gut, as you can see, is framed with lovely wrinkles that are sort of being bunched up around the swell of that, and that's just a lovely natural looking detail. The other side, as you can see, is stretched more tightly as the creature turns to look to the right, so the skin is stretched over the gut. It wouldn't be sagging up and folding, which is awesome to see that they paid that much attention to how the skin would move. You've also got a skin flap stretching back and away as the left leg is pulled away. The legs themselves are also very elephant-like. You've got a lovely sculpted knee there, and the texturing does continue across, up and down. They did not leave one area of this model unattended to. It really is just gorgeous, the amount of work that they put into this figure. The tail, as you can see, proceeds all the way down and then comes to a right swoosh, incredibly graceful looking, and perhaps curled up, ready to strike out at something, or just to help give the creature balance. Either of the two, I think, would work. So the colors of this creature are mostly green. You've got an avocado-type green for the underbelly and arms, a lime green for the midsection, and then a darker green for stripes and spots. And then you've got an extremely vibrant red going down the neck all the way to the tail. There's also some gray on the face, and the flesh wattle under the neck is painted a vibrant yellow. So quite the colorful model, and it really is eye-catching with all of its colors. Colors that you wouldn't think work together, but do on this guy. The other thing that's noteworthy on this figure is the pose. So many Brachiosaurus figures are sculpted with their necks straight up, which, you know, they couldn't have put them down too low, but this figure definitely pushed the limits of how low it would look for this, how low a Brachiosaurus could have craned its neck. As you can see, it is looking downwards, perhaps to a youngling, or perhaps it is looking to a predator, and it's walking pose is meant to make it look like it's trying to evade a predator. But yes, I do recommend posing this model on an upper shelf because it does command a presence, but if you put it just on a regular shelf, it's going to be constantly looking down. But if you put it up high, it'll be looking down at you, and you will be looking up at it, which is really cool to see. So yes, a very unique pose on this brach, and one that I can certainly get behind. You may be wondering just how big is this Brachiosaurus. Well, we're going to go ahead and bring in our canvas ruler and find out for you. So from the tip of the snout, tip of the snout all the way to the back of the tail, you're looking at right around 16 inches, 16 and a quarter inches, somewhere in that zone. And from the base all the way to the highest point, you're looking at right around 6.5 inches off the ground, the highest point being the back of that neck there, since it is not looking straight up. So not the biggest brach, but definitely eye-catching because of its vibrant color schemes and unique pose. For size comparison, here he is next to the new for 2018 recently reviewed Safari Limited Amargasaurus. Quite the large rendition of that species, if I do say. But if you have that new figure, hopefully that gives you an idea of what you can expect for the size of this Carnegie Brachiosaurus. Next up, we're going to go ahead and bring in the amazingly large Brachiosaurus. As you can see, he's making me crane up again from my review area. He's too big for that space. But this illustrates my point about how unique the Carnegie Brach is, both in coloration and in pose. I mean, it's looking down. The Brach has that classic neck up look. And finally, I didn't have another interesting comparison, so I brought in the fan favorite Carcharodontosaurus. So if you have this figure, which has been reviewed on the channel, link is down below, you can get an idea on the size. Also, I just want to illustrate a quick point. Here he is, and I posed them in a way that makes it look like this Carchar has flushed a juvenile brach from a herd and is now pursuing it, and the brach is looking back in fear. So I think this Carnegie brach makes for great dioramas, and I would recommend it if that's your shtick. Well guys, that's gonna do it for Killer Shrew fans' killer look at the Carnegie Brachiosaurus. This model is everything that you would want in a dinosaur toy, from its vibrant colors all the way down to its lovely sculptural details and texturing. In fact, I think I'm going to give this figure a 9 out of 10. It is both unique and eye-catching, and really that makes it a winner in my book. Now, if you want to track this one down, you might have a bit of a hard time. Given it's now retired, I know Everything Dinosaur stocked them for a short while back in the summer, but that was months ago, and I believe they are out of stock now. In fact, I had to order mine from a backwater website, and when I did that, I actually got the last one. So eBay may be your best bet if you are looking to track down this beautiful figure, and I highly recommend putting in the effort to find it, because it will not disappoint you. But as always, I want to know what you guys think of this Brachiosaurus figure. Love it, hate it, own it, are you going to try and find it? Let me know all of that down in the comments below. Also, let me know what your favorite version of the Brachiosaurus is in toy form. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. It really does mean a lot. And if you like this video, let us know by hitting that like button so we feel good inside. And don't forget to subscribe on your way out so you don't miss any of our future reviews. Thanks so much again, and Killer Shrew Fan signing off.